Welcome to the flowerschool.com video library. I'm Leanne Kessler, Director of the Floral Design Institute, and today I'm here to share with you how to create elevated centerpieces using fabulous Syndicate Sales vases. Once you know the mechanics, it's easy. Just a few tricks to learn, and off you go. Choosing the right vessel for an elevated centerpiece is vitally important. And thank goodness our friends at Syndicate Sales, they have a fabulous selection. When their catalog comes, I sit down, pour myself coffee, and I'm flipping through. Oh, and it just makes me happy. It's almost like I have to drool as I go through going, which ones do I love the best and how do I like them? Anyway, so that's the catalog, but I picked some of my favorites. And when you're choosing, you want to think, do you want it to be really tall, or medium, or shorter, but still elevated? Do you want it to be very bulky, or do you want it to be very slender? Because each one will give your design a slightly different flavor. So this one, the Julia, oh, so feminine. This one, oh my gosh, love Charlotte. Just a great shape to work with. And then going clear over to the outside, the Lexington, it is the largest, almost masculine. And then another curvature here of the Chandler. They're all unique, all fabulous. It's a matter of sitting down with the catalog, figuring out which one really meets your needs. Once you've chosen the perfect vessel, then it comes to the mechanics. How do you secure your flowers into these containers without losing that sleek sophistication? For that, I like to work with a plastic design tray. Come in different sizes, and they fit the vessels really well. You can anchor your foam right in place, and then set that right down into the vessel or atop the vessel, choosing the one that fits the best. But look at this. You've got tape, you've got mechanics, you've got foam. Not attractive at all. So how do you conceal your mechanics? My fastest, easiest, most wonderful way is to refer to paint. I know that sounds silly, but I use gold paint. And I paint the whole bottom, tape and all, gold or silver or green or whatever color you want it to be. And that way all your mechanics are hidden. This time I chose gold because gold is such a trendy color. You're going to see a lot of that in events this year. The interiors can be left empty and elegant, or you can get a lot of impact by just adding a little organic material. Curly willow tucked down inside, or lily grass wound around. Beautiful either way. Now sometimes it's fun to add a little more glitter and glam, maybe the lovely jewels. To do that, it can be rather costly to fill a vessel this large with so many jewels, and you don't really get full value out of that. So a trick to make that a little easier, find a cardboard tube. This comes with the inside of bubble wrap, and I spray painted it gold, so again it gets that little bit of glitz, and then cut it so it fits right down inside. Then you can add your jewels, and they just fill the outer area. It takes far less. Once you have all your mechanics done, then it's the easy part, the designing. You can create anything you would like, and it's elevated and beautiful. Now, I'm going to start with a bit of spring rye, just giving it a fresh cut and inserting it, and a little more, fresh cut, and insert it. Then I just take it and wrap, bring it around, over, wrapping, bringing it around, and then using just a hairpin wire, securing it into place. It doesn't have to be super secure. It's not going to jump off of there, but a couple of spots. Then I took some Italian ruscus and gilded it with just a little bit of gold. And this too will help hold it in place by anchoring it right through and into the foam, giving some nice side movement there. A little bit that comes up and through. And you can see the gold picks up the gold of the dish and the gold in the center. It gives me a very opulent look very quickly, and my mechanics are almost concealed. I could go back then, adding some tall height. This is grevillea, absolutely gorgeous. Breaking it, setting it down in. A little bit shorter piece now, pulling your eye into the arrangement. Bringing it in from right over here. See some gorgeous color coming upward, and then callas coming out to the side. So you can see you can create lines all feeding into a central accent point, and looking lovely, and you've got the height to let it extend. Once you have established your main lines coming in, and up, you want to repeat that and enhance, remembering that it's an all-sided arrangement. It's a centerpiece. You want it to be beautiful on both sides. So I bring my callas back out on the opposite side, making sure that there's a front and a back, but they're both fronts. It's not truly a back. Then coming up again with some of the curly willow, nice and tall with the grevillea, adding impact. And then maybe another of the Italian ruscus that's gilded, also coming out the back, a little bit longer. And then to fill in and cover mechanics, a little bit of fascia coming out towards the front, helping it break the line and begin to cover mechanics, and then terracing it with a second one coming up above and into the foam, and again, beginning to cover mechanics. And then I repeat that, coming back out the opposite side, making sure mechanics are covered and adding depth to the design. Last touches, the flowers. So we've, yes, used some flowers, but we don't have anything in the accent, nothing to pull on up. So I've got some gorgeous pincushion protea. And I tuck them down in to help fill in the accent area. Maybe a second one, a little shorter, shadowed beneath. Tucking it down low. And a third one on the opposite side. So it pulls your eye through and back, creating interest on this side. Then bringing roses up through the center. Fairly tall with the grevillea. Bringing that color upright. And a second one. And then letting it come on down closer to the base so it pulls your eye inward. And then some short ones, bringing the color in. And to the back. A little bit of lily grass to add more movement. Coming out with the callas. Inserting it all at once into one area. Letting it fly outward. And then lastly, a touch of hypericum. Again, for some brightness, a little bit different texture, a little bit different color, and then turning it to make sure it looks good from all sides. Now a hint for delivery. Never, ever, ever, ever deliver it all put together like this. The joy of an elevated piece is for delivery. You just take it off, set it down. It transports so securely. This piece goes separately and you're done. Now, just to show you, look what happens. If I change the bottom, maybe I bring in the one with the lily grass on the interior. Total different look. Equally fabulous, but isn't that interesting how the base changes it? Now, watch if I take that away. Ready for delivery number 3. Set that aside. bring in the super tall with the willow. Now I used a smaller vase originally, but this sits upon it as well and just sets right on. You can barely see it, but isn't that fabulous up tall like that? So you can see these arrangements are so versatile. Just decide which container, which interior, and create away. Now you know why I get so excited when the Syndicate Sales catalog shows up on my doorstep. There's so many creative options. Now it's your turn. If you need advice, need help, need to know where to find Syndicate, give me a call. I can help you. You can reach me through the website at flowerschool.com or on the telephone at 800-819-8089. Then, as you get your vessels and decide what you're creating, please send me a picture. I love to see what you make. You can reach me at my personal email. It's Leanne, Leanne, at floraldesigninstitute.com. Now it's your turn. Which fabulous Syndicate vase are you going to use? What are you going to create? Have fun and do something you love.